this work will be adjusted to the injured person. Not the person has to adjust to the work. The person who is mobilized now has to know that after this person will be back, he or she will be reintegrated. We were very glad to see that Ukraine is almost fulfilled, and that is thanks to the volunteers.
Hello and welcome to Ukraine in Flames, a special project by Ukraine Media Centre and NGO Euro-Atlantic Course. And I'm your host, Matt Wickham. In this episode, we discuss a volunteer project dedicated to saving and supporting the wounded from Russia's war on Ukraine by transforming Ukrainian trains. Our first guest, Iryna Soloshenko, a volunteer and project manager with the Kolo Charity Foundation, discusses the unique challenges of her work in the context of the current war. She emphasizes the unprecedented scale of this war compared to others since World War II and outlines the Foundation's critical mission, not only to bring wounded individuals back to life, but also to ensure their successful reintegration into Ukrainian society. Let's listen to more.
Nobody has this kind of experience. After the Second World War, there has never been this kind of war anywhere. Even not the countries, they never had the war with the enemy who is larger than they are. And therefore, we who are not on the front line, we have to help these people to come back, to return to their normal life, because our task is to bring back this person back to the place of their work and to their society. So the person who is mobilized now has to know that after this person will be back, he or she will be reintegrated, and that this work will be adjusted to the injured person. Not the person has to adjust to the work.
Soloshenko delves into how Ukrainian railways adapted their trains and carriages to transport the wounded, noting that while these modifications are temporary and a temporary solution, they have been crucial to Ukraine's survival. She highlights the installations of each generators in each carriage due to their age and the need for reliability, ensuring that operations continue even during blackouts. Let's listen to more.
You can see how the evacuational carriers looked like, and that is spring 2022. Ukrzaliznytsia did their best at the time, so they took these kind of carriers. They cut the side beds for them to be able to transport the defenders inside, and that was a temporary solution, but that was a solution which saved the medical system, the military medical system, because you cannot keep all the wounded people in the same place. And so that is the way how we started. So as you understand, we were given not the best ones, because at that time, Ukrzaliznytsia as well as we could not understand how long will this take war, and we know that there are no state money. That is the shareholder entity, and they give us these vehicles to see whether we like it. But during the first month, that is the cars we used, that was what they were able to provide us with, and they were providing this, and they were the ones who reconstructed these cars. So together with the medical staff, we had lots of people. That is the main anesthesiologist, Alexander Boehm. That is a person we started this project with, and you can see what you can do with these cars. So you can make them very modern, mobile, medical facilities, even facilities we can say, because that is very important, because in the cars at the moment we can provide different types of assistance. That is a photo of Mr. Alexander. On the photo in the first car we have brought, we could not understand how to place the beds, and Mr. Alexander was working with with chalk, where should the bed stay, where should the electricity be. So we were organizing it in this way, and we were providing the medical part in this way. Ukrzaliznytsia is not just the cars. So they are the ones who maintain these cars. They are the ones who are providing technical assistance, and also they are responsible for the logistics. So it's not a bus. You cannot just make a car and say, take it. So it's a very complicated issue. And therefore, we understand that in these 2 years, we understand that, in fact, we are surviving thanks to them. Yes, we've got the questions, but we do not have the questions towards each other, but we have the questions only to those who do nothing. So that is a medical equipment which we received thanks to Dmytro, and he was the one who worked with a huge international donor which wants to be anonymous, and we respect this. But that was. We had this person had an impression. He was very surprised that people donated money, and we procured the medical equipment, starting with Infazamat. And here you can see Cheval, the artificial ventilation, lungs ventilation equipment, and all the rest, portative monitors, infusomats, and defibrillators, and that helps to provide the persistent medical assistance to the wounded people. That is 2022. We received the most modern equipment, the complex equipments of reanimation of the patients. That is Tornhill moves, and that through Canadian Charity Foundation, this equipment was sent to Ukraine, and we appreciate that as well, because that is a unique equipment which was designed by the specialists for the helicopters. And you understand that in NATO, they do not have the concept of on the earth logistics, on the ground logistics, and they of course do not have any kind of railway logistics. And when you do not have the possibility to cover it with Patriots and Apaches, but you have the constant flow of the wounded people, and you cannot keep them at the one place, and you have to send them somewhere, and you have to adjust. And therefore, when NATO militaries are coming to Ukraine, they are surprised how we got this idea. So in fact, in the core of each car is a generator, because the cars are very old and power supply can be malfunctioning. Therefore, we have to have the separate generator in each car. And the fact that we were installing them there was the matter for discussion with Mrs. Soloshenko. That is a person we were starting this project with. She worried a lot that these generators are very loud. That's true, but the staff who currently made an installation, and therefore we have the reduced sound there. But what was the proof that we made the right decision? We had blackouts. So during the first blackouts, our cars got stuck in the fields, and nobody knew where we are and how far we are. And mobile connection was failing, and internet connection was failing. So we stood there for 5 hours. Of course, the medical staff was quite nervous, and they were giving AMBU equipment to rehabilitate the defenders. But nevertheless, everything was working well.
Dmytro Afanasiyev, representative of the Kolo Charity Foundation, discusses the foundation's effectiveness and alignment with its mission. He highlights the crucial role of medical support for wounded heroes and explores how the foundation's experience could assist other countries in preparing for similar wars in the future.
We are the same people, and we understand that that is the time which tells us what to do. And our foundation is quite an old one. We had our own projects before that, and one day we have just changed the direction. And the things which Iryna does so well, it synchronizes a lot with our understanding and how we see ourselves in these times. So medical direction is one of the main directions at the moment, because we consider that the heroes who gave the part of them literally for this freedom, they have to get the top support. And therefore, we really appreciate the opportunity to be part of this project, and we do our best, and we try to do even more. And we were limited a bit, because we were not able to talk about this, because that was classified information. But together with Iryna, we were able to attract funds to be able to procure the equipment. We were trying to be at most efficient when using these funds, and it took some time, it took some efforts. Every dollar had to be at most useful. Well, that's not the only project of our charity foundation. And personally, I joined the foundation in April 2022, and our small center was interested in fundraising for Terran vacation. Unfortunately, this morning started in the hospital with a vacuum therapy run, where the wounded medical staff were thanking us, and all the equipment was used, and they really need the materials, because this equipment is used in hospitals and also on the front lines, because at the moment that is the only way which gives us the opportunity to heal these fragment wounds, and they want to avoid these amputations, and they want to make the healing faster, and to empty the beds, because we were not ready for this number of the new wounded people. And also the beds are also a big problem in the hospitals, and some hospitals are even destroyed, and therefore the speed and the quality of healing and the rotation of the patients has unfortunately to the other patients is important. And this project it motivates me a lot, and I wanted to see it a general picture when I started to look for the information how it is organized in the other countries which are better prepared. So, for example, one doctor from Germany told me, well, I do not know how it works. When I have a patient, I go to the room, I open the wardrobe, and I have the information, and that is just a hint that you can do it in the way so that in all the places where we have wounded people, there should be kind of this closet where you have everything, because the equipment without the materials is nothing, and the materials give you the opportunity to support, to assist the person. And after 1.5, 2 years, we learned a lot, and we did a lot, and the Ministry of the Healthcare noticed us, so the government, and that was the real appreciation. And they met us, and they asked us how we can help you in what you do, because they said, we are as a state organization, we have some bureaucracy behind all the processes, but you are absolutely flexible. We have what might be interesting for you, and just ask us. And together we made a group which helped us to analyze what kind of equipment do we have, and how many of them. And we were very glad to see that Ukraine is almost fulfilled, and that is thanks to the volunteers. And On the one hand, it's a very big advantage because we have this equipment. But on the other hand, when we analyzed all the models which are available in Ukraine, we understood that we have another problem. Because for every equipment, you need some specific materials. And every producer of this equipment makes it more complicated so that you can use only their materials. And we were looking for the most unified ones, and it took us 3-4 months. And we found them, we brought them. We made a clinical research, and the doctors in the hospital say that these materials with these connectors work out 95%. And around 186 types of equipment is available in Ukraine. And the total number, well, I do not know whether it's worth saying because we do not want the enemy to know that, but it is enough to support the defenders who were wounded.
You've been watching the special project by Ukraine Media Center and NGO Euroatlantic course dedicated to the Russian-Ukrainian war, Ukrainian Flames. In the description under this video, you can find more information on how you can help Ukraine fight Russian aggression. If you find our work useful, please like and share this video. Slava Ukraini!